Have another beer, buddy.
Chatty chat. I think that they probably said that being shorter is advantageous.
Well, they need to teach me then. There you go. So we had to poke a little fun at him. Call you Ginger Swag.
Yeah. If you weren't bowlers, what would you have liked to have done instead? Anything else. Literally anything else.
That's a great answer.
The horse is so dead that it's on some kid's school project on a landfill already.
And there you have
that one before.
No. We'll talk about that one.
Terrible idea.
Yeet. It's my turn to say it.
What's up? Yeah. Yeet.
You always beat me to it, so I have to do it this time.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
Finish my pregame in here.
Happy Monday.
You need a pregame with a nap.
A pregame with a nap. That's solid.
That would have been.
Yeah.
That would have been legendary.
I could have went for that today.
Yeah.
For sure. It's been a day. It has been a day. Is this? So it's from.
It's a double IPA though.
Oh my goodness.
It's a Rye Habanero Double IPA.
All I can say is thank you, Norm. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that here in a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about all kinds of stuff. We're gonna talk PBA League because that was crazy. If you haven't seen that,
oh yeah,
that's definitely worth going back and watching. Even if you don't if you're just kind of a casual viewer that just kind of catches stuff when you can catch it and don't go out of your way to do it.
Yeah.
The PBA League Finals was insanity.
Here you have it. I don't want it. You take it.
Yeah, absolutely nuts. And then you get to see a bunch of great bowlers, and Bayside is. If that doesn't get you excited about bowling, you just need to quit.
Shout out! I was going to say, shout out to Portland. Bayside Bowl brought it again as usual.
What are you doing, you dingbat?
I was wondering what they were doing.
Blue-eyed dingbat. I know.
Andrew, what's up? Brandon, what's up?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, Storm said what's up too.
Hi, buddy.
Woof. That was pretty much a bowler Super Bowl. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
They say woof. Woof.
He's just looking at both of us like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, whatever.
Danny, what's happening?
Anyway, Hustle USA probably not going to be good on dry lanes. I have no idea where it's going to be a month before we even get the bowling balls, I think. So
Monday is over. Yes, thank goodness.
Yep. Storm Dog buddy. Hey, come here, buddy. Storm. Hey, come here. Storm. All right. Fine, whatever. Come here, buddy.
You coming?
Come here, buddy.
There
hi, buddy.
It is.
Hi. You say hi. You're on YouTube.
Hey,
I know. Uh-huh. He's a happiness buddy. I know. He's a good buddy. Storm Dog.
So we're going to start off with something different beer-wise tonight. I'm not sure how this is going to taste, but it is from Tombstone Brewing Company. It's a Rye Habanero Double IPA.
Yeah, and it got sent to us from Arizona, I believe. So,
I think you're right. I think so. I guess
yeah, this was the last one of the guy that sent us. I'm going to pull that name up, too.
So, give me a second. Yeah, we're also going to talk a little bit on the PBA League, too. We're going to talk about some ideas of what we think could even make it even better and things like that. So, what's the matter? Are you logging in mine?
I've got to figure out
what we think will make it better, vice versa.
I got to remember what the password is.
I have
it. It's definitely the wrong password.
I have it.
I've got it on my phone.
I do too.
We'll figure it out. I want to credit the guy. I remembered his name last week, but I want to make sure I don't screw it up.
I have it right here.
Guy sends us beer and yeah, that's what I was going to say. I knew it was something wild. Yeah, you had to remember it.
Yeah.
You had to save it somewhere. I'm not sure why I wasn't signed in on here before.
You remember what it is now, or do I need to keep it up here?
Yeah, give me a second.
Just put it right in my phone as a contact. Sorry, guys. Good.
Yeah. If I did just remember the guy's name, you'd think that the
All right.
guy sends us awesome stuff.
Yeah, and it was good. I'm gonna try this now.
Yeah. Sure. No. Go away. No.
It's not what I was expecting. It's definitely. I was expecting it to kind of like be spicy. It's not really spicy. It's more like
Dearest break. Man, there's a bunch of stuff in here that they keep. This is I put the breakdown. I put our email address is my business address for my channel.
Yeah.
For the channel, obviously. I keep getting all this kinds of nonsense.
dearest breakdownpair.
So yeah.
We would like to pay you to advertise.
That's all right. That's not what I'm about.
Derek, if the PBA doesn't figure out after this last weekend they need more televised team events, and they never will.
They need more televised events at Bayside. Is what they need.
They need more actual televised events. Period. Not even just. I'm talking actually like actual tournaments, regular single tournaments as well. I feel like their league season.
Joel Latondras. Joel Latondras at Arcadia Premium.
So shout out to you.
Yeah, sent us some beers, sent us some hot sauces, and the hot sauces are good. Again, I hate hot sauce, but they're good.
They were good.
Phoenix, Arizona, 5618 East Thomas Road in Phoenix, Arizona.
So if you're around that area, go check them out.
Yeah, Arcadia Premium.
Should there be more sponsor events for bigger purses? Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm really curious to see if North Rock gets a tournament this year for the new season, but we'll see. Yeah, it's different.
This hazy, juicy Rye Double IPA is zesty, tropical, peachy, and citrusy with the perfect amount of heat, thanks to a generous dose of roasted habaneros and cayenne. Yeah, I'm really not getting a whole lot of the heat, but it's balancing some of the. It actually tastes kind of like that Tropicoastal IPA.
Yeah, put a little cayenne pepper on it.
Mm-hmm. But with that, the heat doesn't really hit you as spice. It's just like a backbone.
Yeah,
so
it just gives it more flavor is all it is.
Yeah.
It's not hot.
It's more of a flavor than heat. So yeah, that's actually outstanding. I'm not sure why we were afraid of it a couple weeks ago, but we were having all the rubs and the hot sauce and whatever else. So
I almost died.
Any extra spicy thing.
I thought I was done for after that ghost pepper one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So Norm Duke is also done. And he's done. Like, he's not just, I'm not bowling the kids tour anymore. I'm just doing PBA 50. He's done, period, which is kind of surprising because I think that he must be getting to the point where he's just not sharp enough and it's beginning to get not fun.
Yeah.
Which is probably the deal. If he goes out there, because both of us have been struggling with mechanics for a solid year now. And it's just not fun when you're not sharp.
Zero.
Like, if you're not scoring, but you're throwing it well, that's frustrating, but it's not as depressing as it is when you're just not even giving yourself a chance.
That's an encouragement, though, to me. Like, if I don't score and I'm throwing it well, it feels like I'm doing something right. It's just,
yeah. It's just not your day.
That, or maybe I'm just in the wrong bowling ball or something. So.
Yeah, it's been rough forever, and I actually got something figured out Saturday at the tournament. And I was not that far off of the cut for the top six. So there was 40 some odd bowlers. It was an old wood house, which is Starlight Lanes in McPherson, Kansas, which is really cool.
Yep.
We went out there, and the first game and a half was shaky. I practiced for a couple hours on Wednesday. I practiced for a couple more hours on Friday. Awful, wretched, and the league was terrible on Thursday. And so I just wasn't looking forward to it. The first game was not fun. I eked out a 190. And then halfway through the second game, I kind of was like, okay, well, I've got a little bit of something. I shot 230. Then the third game, the third game we were on 15 and 16, which is the end pair in that house.
Okay.
And they were so night and day different. It was a topography thing because Riley, we were bowling Austin Donovan too.
Oh, okay.
And they couldn't get the ball to hook at all in the left lane. Like, it just got there and wiggled and kept going.
60 feet.
And the left lane was hooking off the planet for me. I ended up 8 deeper on the left lane,
Yep.
then the right lane once we finished the game. And so that was like a 190 or something.
How many games?
6. But then I shot 250, 260, and had a decent game. The last one I kept getting tapped on the right lane. I had a 7-pin, then I had a drive-by 8, then I had another 7-pin, and then I went back to the left lane in the 10th frame. I could have struck out for 230, and the ball decided to hook. So, but I went plus 150 for 6.
Yeah.
And the cut to the top 6 was plus 2-0. So I cashed. And I wasn't really that far away. If I'd have made it, I missed a couple easy spares. If I make a couple spares and then was a little bit sharper earlier in the tournament, I might have made a. So.
Well, that's encouraging, at least.
How did the Yola Fiesta tournament go this weekend?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. Shockingly, that place actually, you would think, the place would just, in the summer, just absolutely fly. And they didn't. They played really wet.
Oh, so they just didn't hook.
And after talking with McBride, well, they blew up it when they would, after a certain point. But
it's such a tough center. Mikey's been working with patterns for years now. The topography is perfect.
Yep.
They play like new lanes basically.
100%. Yeah.
It's so hard to get so I don't really blame them for that. He's been trying for years.
Well, he told me that since they made the tweak to the house pattern this last winter, that he hasn't touched it since. He says now that the way they tweaked it in the summertime, they play like that instead of hooking just a crap load.
Uh-huh.
And I told him, I was like, that doesn't make sense.
Which is weird. Normally it's the opposite, the other way around. They play dry in the summer and they play wet in the winter.
Oh, trust me, there's still sticky approaches.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I know you are.
No, it was actually, the shot was really playable.
Yeah.
For league finishing up the last couple months. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just played stupid wet. So like I went in Friday night, for example, and I took stuff that I was normally taking to league.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff that doesn't hook, of course. Of course, you're gonna have a couple that emergency balls.
Yeah,
but that was just not the right play. So then I asked Mikey, I'm like, okay, these played like this last night. Are they going to play like this today? Because if they are, or tomorrow, because I'm going to bring some extra stuff. And he says, yeah, that's how they're playing now, is they're playing a little wet in the summertime.
Yeah. So, yeah, we both had some fun bowling over the weekend. And at least I was kind of disappointed. I thought I had a shot. Actually, the cut went from, because I was at plus 152, I think, after 5. And the cut to the top 6 was 160.
Yep.
And so I thought, okay, I have a decent game this last one.
Yep.
And halfway through, I was in good shape. I just gotten tapped a couple times, but I still had 230, 240 on the board. But the cut went from 160 after game 5 to 2-0.
Yep.
Like everybody in the top shot monster scores. Riley was ahead of me by 13 sticks, and he shot 240 the last game, and then he was the last one in the cut.
Right.
So he was the guy at 165 after 5 games, and then shot 240 and ended up being the cut at 209.
Oh wow!
So, yeah.
Wow, that's a big jump.
Yeah.
Holy
so I thought
after 6 games on wood, how many were on a pair?
6.
So you had 3 on a lane.
Jason. Okay, so I don't know if you heard this. Jason Elliott shot 865 his first 3.
Tip cap to
That's his first 300. So the guy bowled for KU in the early 2000s. I think he was on the team that won the national championship.
I think he was.
With Rhino and them.
Yep.
And he took I don't know, 6-7 years off of bowling. Got back into it 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
Hadn't shot an honors course since. He's good. He's very good.
Which amazes me because he throws it really.
Yeah, he throws it really good. He's got a very simple game. Just kind of walks. He gives it a little bit of belly. He's a second, third arrow guy. He just kind of stays out there and
not a ton of hand.
Yeah, when he has to move in, that's kind of when it hurts him. But yeah, if he can play that little kind of 10-5 fade or whatever, you're just not going to beat him. And yeah, he went 267, 300, 298.
That's pretty impressive.
He ended up going plus 330 or 350 or something for 6.
Wow.
So yeah, do the math on that.
That's a lot. Also, the cool part of the weekend too is I got to hang out with good friends and friends of the show too. So
Mhm.
we got to go out to dinner and stuff.
Yeah, Paul was the first one that commented. I was kind of bummed that I wasn't here to hang out with everybody.
Well, we didn't go to Norseman because you weren't there with us.
Yeah.
So we ended up just
We'll have to
we
make
ended up
that.
drinking beers.
Yeah, we'll have to make that happen some other time. We just had the Angel hadn't been to McPherson before. We wanted to go out and support Bo's tournament.
Yeah,
And
it's all good.
James was going to go out there.
Yep.
And so yeah, we ended up doing that instead. So and it worked out. So
We had a good time, except they tried to get me to spray paint a pink mohawk down my head on Sunday. Jeremy Rager had his whole head spray painted pink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So it was a good time. Can you guess what pair that Trevor and I got put on Sunday when we walked in the door, though? It never fails.
1 and 2, 3 and 4.
Yep.
3 and 4. Which is weird because that center has perfect topography. There's 40 lanes. What used to be an old wood center.
Mm-hmm.
There's concrete underneath. The topography is perfect.
Yep.
We used to Angel and I used to do the lane certification
Yep.
For the city. That topography is amazing beyond amazing at that center.
But you would not think it is.
And yeah, but the funny thing is that most of the pairs they play fairly consistent pair to pair, except 3 and 4. It is a wretched beyond wretched, and it's not an N pair. Normally, people complain about the N pairs.
I'd rather bowl 1 and 2.
3 and 4 is an absolutely wretched, soul crushing pair.
Kessler happened to be there, and he goes, "Oh, you're on the best pair in the house." He says, "But I told that to 7 other people." I said, "Well, I'm not dumb. I actually know this is not the best pair in the house." Oh, but that he just happened to be walking by, and I go, "Really, 3 and 4? Come on."
Yeah. All right.
So that didn't go well, but that's okay. Richard, doing good. Talk a little bit. You uploading something here?
I am. Yeah. So I do still need to put the end screen on. That other video has to be up first, so I'm not going to do anything.
Or are you actually doing YouTube work while we're?
I'm gonna try. So I've got it in the title. I'm going to premiere the reality check and Wolverine Dark Moss reviews after the show. So I'm going to set them for 8 and 8:15. So we got to be off of here sharp. But I had a little snafu with the reality check video, and so I had to re-render it. And it's just finishing up now. I need to get that actually uploaded so that I can then schedule them. So I'm just waiting on that to get finished so that I can get all this stuff going. But yeah, we'll have ball reviews. I still don't get auto shipped global stuff, so we were able to put videos up on Friday, but it was also release day for the Infinite Physics and the Idle Cosmos, so I didn't want to kind of step on the toes of those two because those are both really good. The Infinite is one of the best ones we put out in a long time. The Cosmos, I think, is more going to be relegated to sport pattern. Chris Prather threw it on the PBA League Finals, and it looked really good.
I think the reality check looks good.
Yeah, the reality check is good. It's very different from the other two. I can tell you right now, if you were hoping for an altered reality replacement, it's not. It's just not. It's more like if you polished a Phase 2 and made it asymmetric. If anybody had a zero gravity back in the day, it acts a lot like that.
Really?
The numbers don't stack up, but it rolls just like it. Or if you have like an RSTX2, it's like a stronger, more consistent version of the X2.
Whose video did I watch? Oh, I think it was Lou, I think.
Yeah, Lou had his, he's in Vegas, so he's closer to Utah. So he got his, normally when we order them, they open up ordering about 4 weeks before release date. Yep. We can put videos up about 3 weeks before release date. And so we didn't get ours until Friday. So we went out and filmed on Friday. Then went out and filmed Friday night. Then we had the tournament Saturday. Then, I got to work on stuff, but I also had bowler show stuff going on Sunday. So, just busy.
The other fun part is I did get to bowl with my dad over the weekend.
Oh,
he hasn't done a bowl in like 3 years.
Wow.
So he was out there trying to kick my butt, but he did beat me game 1. But I thought that was kind of cool. I got to bowl with him. I haven't done that in a long time. So anyway, Here in just a second. Are you wanting to upload something here first, or you want to get into PBA League?
No. Go ahead and start talking about it. I'm just making
No,
sure
you're good. So I'm sure most of you watched a lot of the PBA League action over this weekend. Yesterday would have been the finals, and what a crazy show that was.
Yeah.
I didn't get to sit and physically watch like every second of it because we were bowling at that time. I need to go back and actually watch like halfway or the most of the show, but I got to see the best part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
If you have not seen that, you're about to get a spoiler alert. I'm sorry.
Yeah, spoiler alerts if you haven't seen it.
It is in the title.
Yeah. Who cares? I mean, we're talking about it. So.
I mean, who wanted to win that match? Nobody.
Yeah. For the first 4 games, or for the first 4.5 games, actually, it was back and forth. It went to all 5, and then it got just absolutely nutty at the end of it.
Yeah, which made it even better. Better. The PBA has never seen a finish in anything like that, and that exactly what happened there, to me, shows me why the PBA League is successful. Now, I do think that the PBA League needs to do some different things. Like, to me, the names of the teams with the cities, like the Dallas Strikers, has nothing to do with Dallas. Why is Dallas on there? Just call them the Strikers.
Yeah, well, that's the thing that I think that people have been talking about is like, look, you need to make sure that when you go to these different cities for tournaments, you need to have a PBA league, like a travel league type deal.
You can run a league event every event.
Yeah.
You're already there.
Yeah.
Running a league event and somehow tie it in to the finals, the PBA League Finals.
And if a city has a team, you need to have a regular shop in that city.
Agreed. Because I like Portland, they're always the home team.
Yeah.
And that, to me, that is silly.
Yeah.
But which that place still rocks.
It's a bowling alley. The idea of having home field in bowling is kind of hilarious.
It is, but I tell you what, they get the crowd behind them and they get fired up. But I just think that somehow, some way, like I'm just using Dallas for example because, well, that's where Norm was.
Yeah.
They need to figure out how to incorporate the cities with them if they're going to use city names.
Yeah.
So it's like somehow the city does something for the PBA or something. I don't know. But like you said, exactly what you talked about. Doing when you go to a tour stop, whether it's an extra frame stop. I'm sorry, and flow bowling. Flow bowling or whatever their streaming software they're going to use this year, which I think it's going to end up being YouTube. Yeah, is the way it's looking. I like Phil Brylow. So
yeah, well, I think I've heard some scuttlebutt about them involving Flanagan in it too.
They should,
and that's in any streaming software. Yeah, no, like Tobias said, no more flow bowling. So flow bowling is not doing PBA stuff anymore. The PBA, I think, is going to do their own thing.
What would you think about Flanagan and $2 Phil Brylow?
Yeah.
I think that would be one heck of a combo.
Yeah, because those guys actually say what they're thinking.
Yeah.
They're professional enough to know, hey, we're on the air. We got a bunch of different people listening. We have to be professional.
Yep.
But they also know that they have to be interesting. They can't be a Dave Ryan or a Joe Buck or somebody that runs a professional broadcast, because it's not live streaming is not a professional broadcast. You don't need Dave Ryan and Joe Buck level, which people hate those guys, but they run such a good show.
Oh, they do. They're good at what they do for a reason.
Yeah, I mean they're not there to do they're there to run a good show, and you just don't understand how difficult that is until you're there doing it.
Correct.
And those guys, Dave Ryan, Dave Lamont, Rob Stone, Joe Buck, they're a lot better than you give them credit for, but they're just not they're not as good at the bowling side of it.
Old boy Rob's really grown on me a little bit.
Say what?
Old boy Rob Stone. He's grown on me a little bit.
Yeah, and
he genuinely, because he's newer to the sport, he genuinely starting to get a passion for it. You can feel it.
You can hear the excitement. Somebody like Dave Ryan and Joe Buck are cut from the same cloth. No matter how excited they are about something or whatever, they're still going to be pretty reserved.
I mean, he's not going to come out and say that's dirtier than a gas station bathroom by any means.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that don't like Randy Peterson.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan. I mean, it's just everything he says just gets repeated every time. I just know that when like Rob Stone came in,
Randy Peterson is John Madden.
Yes, 100%. When Rob Stone came in, he started with the ham bone, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, don't call it a ham bone; it's a 4-bagger." Well, I'm like,
Yeah.
People were so pissed about it.
It's popular. It's been on Jeopardy.
Yeah, it has been on Jeopardy.
It's one of those things where you've just got to run with it, even if the traditionalists and the boomers and whatever else hate it, but whatever keeps it going at this point, is just good. So
I could honestly, and seeing the comment from Steve there, I could honestly see Norm, Randy, and Rob actually doing a 3-man booth, because they did that during, was it the COVID?
Yeah.
It was the 3 of them, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Or was it Dave Ryan?
And Norm's going to do a lot of stuff still as far as appearances. He's going to be at Junior Gold this week. He's still going to show up to Bull Expo. He's going to be the guy that does the commentary, that shows up at the events, that waves, takes pictures,
Kisses
signs autographs. Yeah, kisses babies, whatever else. He's going to be that guy. And so I'm kind of stunned that he's just like quitting cold turkey, but it might, like I said earlier, I think it got to the point where it's less fun to actually bowl because he's not as sharp as he wants to be.
He's still hanging out there.
And so, yeah.
I would like to see him go bowl on the 50 tour. I really would. But his body, he might have pains that we don't know. But I know he lives in Florida, pretty close to a golf course.
Yeah.
And he's a pretty good golfer. So,
So yeah, he might just want to say, you know what?
Screw bowling.
Yeah. I got 40 titles. I had my fun. I did my thing. I don't want to drag it out. He doesn't want to be one of these guys that just limps to the finish line or stretches it out longer than it needs to go, or starts, chasing PBA 50 stuff and just, if he might be one of those guys where if he's not absolutely at this level, he doesn't even want to take the chance. Because I'm sure that if he kept bowling the PBA 50 stuff, he'd sprinkle in a win here and there.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way that he wouldn't. But if he's not doing it as consistently as he'd like to, it might be more of a grind, more frustration than the few successes would be worth.
Yeah, no, and once again, hats off to the guy. One of the best icons our sport has ever seen. He's a flat-out good human being. He cares about the game. It's sad to see him go because he really, really was good for the game. So thank you, Norm Duke. I know you're not going to see this, but thank you. Appreciate it. So.
Yeah, we are going to have him on the Bowler Show here in a couple weeks.
Good.
We had a good show last night, but we are going to have it, and he was on a month ago or so, but we're going to have him on again here in a couple weeks whenever Dave can get him.
Yeah, I got to watch quite a bit of last night. Well, not quite a bit. I got to watch as much as I could from my phone and stuff, but because we went out, we bowled. We didn't bowl till 1 yesterday, and when we got done, we went to Hoo Hot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love Hoo Hot.
Yeah. So we went to Hoo Hot, and Ashley and Paul did tag along.
Hercules.
Okay. Anyways, once again, Thank you, Norm Duke. We talked a little bit about that, but we kind of talked also a little bit about the PBA League, what we think would be better. And
talk for a second here. I'm going to go grab some stuff.
He's leaving me.
So
he's leaving me. But yeah, that's back. Anyways, back to the PBA League. I would just really like to see some tweaks to it as a whole. And if you're going to incorporate these cities, we've got to find a way to actually incorporate the cities. It's just silly to me to have city names with the teams when they're not even bowling in the city. But Brandon, what you just said there, what they did Sunday with the last shot was pretty freaking cool. So, the emotion you saw come out of Norm really shows you how much he truly loves it and how much he's going to miss it. So, to me, that speaks a lot about his character and who he is. So, it's going to be a sad one. It's a sad one to lose, but the game will continue on. Unfortunately, Father Time always wins. Always wins. So, anyways, hope everybody had a good weekend. That last game was absolutely insane. Yeah, it was nuts. I don't know if you're just joining, but I was bowling a tournament over the weekend, so I didn't get to watch everything on Sunday in regards to all the matches, but I caught the best part. And nobody wanted to win, which made it even crazier. And Portland erupted over that. Like, their reactions after the missed 4-pin was just insane. So, do Do you know why they didn't have the women come back anymore? Yeah, they did that as a one-off thing because the women weren't bowling at that time. It would be cool to see them come back with a women's team. I just don't know how they can incorporate it full-time on the men's tour without the point system, how the men qualify for it. They would probably have to work with the PWBA in some way, I would think, for that to work. But I don't know. That's a good question. I saw that question come up a lot, and I think that's probably why it was kind of a one-off thing. So let's see here. Any questions in here we missed? He ran off to get something, so I don't know what he got. Now, questions for everybody. I don't know. Does anybody have a favorite team from the PBA League? Not that it's like I'm just using my favorite team as an example. Like you're some diehard Red Sox fan, or you're a diehard Portland Lumberjacks fan. Maybe a PWBA league would be cool, but once again, that's going to be something that the USBC and the PWBA will have to do together, considering that they are owned by the USBC. So, that would be pretty cool, though. You mean something?
Hang on to that. Almost dropped one of them, so that's great.
I was going to say something. No comment. Got to root for the hometown Chicago Hitmen, I guess. Yeah, that has absolutely nothing to do with Chicago, but yes, exactly. There you go. I like Tim Mack, so I always pull for his team. Yeah, Tim Mack's intensity is awesome. Just that guy's intensity, and he genuinely loves managing that team.
Well, and that's Tim Mack's kind of an unfortunate story too, because he's had a lot of injuries.
Yes,
he could be a whole lot better than, or he could have had a whole lot more personal tournament success.
Agreed.
Than he did.
You want this one up here
first? Yeah,
just
want to plop that one up there. And Cosmosis.
I guess we could have brought these down.
Yeah. Angel reminded me. So.
Oh gosh, we're all kinds of crooked.
Yep. Whatever. Idle Cosmos. You saw Chris Prather throwing it yesterday on the PBA League. Infinite Physics.
I submitted my pick for that. By
yeah, there's a Guess the Scent contest. If you go to Storm's Facebook page, and I did share it to my Facebook page. I also mentioned it in the transition adjustment video from a couple days ago. But they're doing a Guess the Scent contest that runs through August 8th, I'm pretty sure. And again, we've guessed like blueberry pomegranate. It's not quite that sweet. Somebody mentioned plum.
Mm-mm. There's not plum.
But it's kind of fruity, but it's kind of...
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, it's kind of fruity, but it's kind of something else too. So it's very interesting.
I'm still saying pomegranate.
Yeah.
That was my guess, by the way.
Yeah, it's weird, and I'm not sure anybody's going to guess it. It's just very different.
I don't see plum in it, though.
No, it wants to be sweet, but it doesn't want to be like sweet at the same time. So it's probably not just a fruit, but Infinite Physics.
Do you need another cup?
Nah, I'm good.
What did I walk into here? Yeah.
Ball smelling, ball sniffing.
We're trying to guess the scent of the Infinite Physics against the Storm is running that competition.
Home Alone. He's a ball sniffer.
J. Haas, what's up, Colin?
Mm-hmm.
What is up, man? All right. Yeah. No, somebody actually brought up too while you were stepped away. I don't know if you heard me talk a little bit because I wanted to hear your thoughts on this. What Wes did for Norm when he was done, and what I told him, it shows you a lot about Norm's character, how passionate he really is and was about the game of bowling.
Oh yeah,
the emotion that he showed just shows you so much about his character.
Well, and he's had some, because he could have won the U.S. Open. Simo had to make something happen.
Yeah,
then Dallas could have won the PBA League too. So Norm's had some kind of heartbreaking stuff to finish off his career, but he did beat Simo and Belmo for his last two professional titles. He did get to 40, and you can think back over the years, and he's had plenty of other, heartbreaking, disappointing losses. I mean, if you bowl for that long at that high of a level, you're going to have some stuff happen.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to go out on a high note, but he did strike his last ball on TV.
Which was awesome.
He did kind of go out on top because he had a chance. He almost won the U.S. Open. I'm sure he wishes he would have got those done, but still, he was he left at a point where he was competitive enough to still say that he could do it.
Yep.
So even though he didn't win, he wasn't really. I think you got to be happy.
Still cool the fact that he made the finals, though.
Mm-hmm.
It really was.
Yeah.
I was excited that he made the finals because I wanted a chance to watch him one more time. Because
Mm-hmm.
sounds like he's never going to touch a bowling ball again.
Oh yeah, that's what he said. He's just like, yeah, I'm, whatever.
I'm done.
So
they're going to put me to work, and I'll just do it that way.
Yeah.
So that's just crazy to me that he's just never going to touch one again.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. I mean, I could do it.
I could totally do it too.
Yeah.
We could just go start golfing and forget this bowling nonsense.
Cold turkey. I just never touch one again. Oh, look, that's a bowling ball.
Yeah,
cool.
I need to buy all my copper tone stock back, but it is what it is. All right. This is still wild to me. This ball looks nothing like it looks on there.
No, it looks like
it's green.
It looks teal on there.
This is like green, and that's like a dark teal, whatever.
That looks blue.
This is really vibrant. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with this.
This is legit green. I promise it is.
The Infinite, if you haven't seen the Infinite yet, this kind of gold here is very like IQ 30 gold. This blue has a lot of gold in it, so it's very sparkly, silver, blue, whatever else. And then the purple, this purple is RSTX2 purple, so it's got a lot of that mica in it, so that's harder to see.
Like
but it's got that very kind of shimmery look to it. This is one of the best looking balls. It's dark, and of course when it comes with the 4K fast, it's not going to be as pretty as it is shiny. But I've just let this lane shine. So this is what it looks like after.
Oh, you're that guy.
30, 40. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to say that.
This is about 30, 40 games. But yeah, I do have 30 or 40 games on this already because, we filmed with it to begin with. I practiced with it some. I have bowled league with it. This is my highest use ball for, Tanzanite. Yep, Tanzanite. But this is my heaviest use ball for, since we got it. I throw some other stuff occasionally, but this one's really, really good. That one's a little too smooth for me to use very regularly, but this is like a sport pattern ball. Whole lot better. If there was a Pearl promotion, this would be it.
This would be?
Yep.
Really?
Pearl promotion.
Pearl promotion. Mm-hmm. Interesting. This ball is pretty too. I love the green.
Yeah, and it's got gold sparkle in it too. So
I was noticing that. But sharp. Yeah, the Infinite is. If you haven't seen one in person, they actually are.
Yeah, they pop a whole lot more.
They do.
They just kind of look dull and boring on the camera here, but yeah, they pop a whole lot more once you get them in your hand. You can see it's all shimmery and.
They should be able to see them.
It's kind of coming through. You can see like right over here. Yeah. The light catches. Whoops.
Ooh, easy killer. Oh, Pearl promotion.
Yeah.
40 games, so it's almost broke in for the Open Championships. There you go. Is that going to the Open?
Yes, it's actually going to. I've kind of reset my.
Did you just black cloud the Cosmos?
Man, this is going. The Cosmos is going. I'm taking 2 promotions. Pitch black. I think the dark code's going to stay home. I just don't see myself throwing asymmetric stuff. So. The Cosmos, 2 promotions, Idle Pro, I think, High Road. Pitch black, spare ball. Honestly, I'm going to throw a promotion. I'm probably going to drill a fresh one before we leave too, if I actually have the time, which I really don't think I do.
And you're leaving.
We're leaving
Wednesday, right?
Yeah,
Wednesday. So Luke will be bowling next. To lead that off. We will not have a show next Monday because Luke will be traveling back from Nationals.
Yep. We bowl Saturday night, Sunday morning.
So there you go. And he drove. Or he's driving. So we won't.
We're driving. So
definitely not be having a show unless you wanted to sit in the car and talk on the way home. And it sounds like we might have a special guest next week or next show too. So
yeah. So we don't have a I do have an OG idol, actually. It's down there somewhere.
Undrilled?
No.
I was going to say, put holes in it.
Nope, it's fresh, but since, I don't know, I do have that Synergy and that idol Pearl that I drilled. The idol is just a little too much ball for me on the left side. Too much symmetric.
Yeah.
If I have that strength of a ball, I need the torque. So something like that, because I don't use. Oh, my Axiom. That's the other one that's going. The Axiom has to go. So,
yeah, I would take that.
Infinite. So I'm taking 9. Infinite, Axiom, Cosmos, 2 promotions, Pitch Black, High Road, Spare Ball, and then there was something else that I was going to take that was.
So you're going to take 10.
Yeah, I'm taking 9. I'm just taking three ballers.
What about like that?
I'm sure I've forgotten something. I was going to take my Torch It. I was going to take the Gem. I was going to take
Electrify.
No.
Put service on it.
Yeah. That.
Phase 0?
No. I can't remember. It's in the bag somewhere.
Should we spoil who's going to be on the show next?
Yeah, sure. Trevor Baumgartner.
So lefties, eat your heart out. Come bring all your lefty questions.
Yeah,
we'll have 2 lefties on the show.
Yeah, the best lefty you'd never heard of, and you might, after he gets done at nationals, you might hear about him.
Well, the trend continues. If you bowled for Newman or went to school at Newman and you bowled the national or the USBC Open Championships, you're going to be top 5 in singles.
Yeah, he was a teammate of Alex George.
Correct. And the other guy.
Yeah, Sam Swinford.
Yep. So yep.
Yep, he went to Newman, so I mean that he's going to shoot a big number.
He goes.
May not be in singles, but he's going to shoot a number.
That's what I was telling him. I'm like, you didn't have to bowl there, just got to graduate from there, and that's all that matters.
One more time, thank you, Joel Latondras, Arcadia Premium, Phoenix, Arizona.
That was good.
Rye Habanero, yeah, this was really good.
It's not what I was
very
expecting.
Good. No, you think Rye Habanero Double IPA, it was very good. So, thanks again.
When you're ready, it's right there. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic.
Sweet. No, I gotta.
Hope we finally found some slacks. Yeah, Trevor, I went to go buy slacks for nationals. I think you can wear jeans, can't you? I see people wearing jeans.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm not wearing jeans. Fine. So he's gonna go buy the high-dollar, high-maintenance slack.
I'll finally find out if the left side's walled or not. If Trevor can't score there, see, this is what depresses me, because when we go to a tournament, like we bowled July 4th, 4th of July, and Trevor went like plus 20 or plus 30.
Plus 23.
I have 0 chance. 0. It's just not even.
He was so mad because he's like, I just got to grind this whole day. It's so ridiculous.
Trevor, I'm still at the point where Trevor is 20 to 30 pins a game better than I am, at least. And that day was awful for me. But if I'm bowling well, he is going to be 20 pins a game at least better than I am, because he's just ridiculous. So if I am at my best and he's even average, he's gonna. Because there was a tournament at Aaron's, I think, where it was pretty favorable for lefties.
Yeah.
If it was a rough pair, he shot 220, I was at 2-0. If I shot 240, he was shooting 260.
Yeah.
And so there's just no way for me to catch up to him. And so the only thing that I can kind of hope for is that they're softer rather than harder, but when they're hard, it's just impossible for me.
And I think we're going to actually have him live on the show.
Yeah.
Not actually at home. He's actually going to be on the set with us. Yeah. So ask your questions away. Bring your pick the brain.
IPA. Yeah, he's bowling with his family. Actually housed Rhino Page for a while Rhino was going to KU.
Yep.
And so they've been friends with Rhino for a long time, and so Rhino's bowling with them. And so that'll be pretty fun. We're going to be there at the same time, so I'm going to get to watch their team set because they bowl late Friday.
I think you can actually go back and watch one of the shows that Rhino made, and they were in Omaha.
Yeah, and they were
they were there as like little 8-year-olds.
Yeah. Trent and Trevor were in the stands. Now, Trevor, you can find him on YouTube. He's been on some of our live streams, and actually he was in one of Packy's videos when Packy did We were bowling Belton one time. Packy did a kind of a video.
Packy actually did a vlog when those two bowled doubles together.
Yeah.
And I won.
Yeah. And Trevor's so good. He's just so ridiculously good.
He's terrible.
But yeah.
So, but I think he's going to be on the set. He did have a show with us. You can go back and watch, actually, the very last Rise and Grinds episode we did right here on this set. He actually sat and talked with us for a while. So, want to see who he is? There he goes. Yes, bowling on some of James' streams. Yes, some of James' streams. He's also been on there as well. He must wear a collared shirt. Yeah, Trevor will wear. I think he'll wear a jersey. So he's also now an Ebonite staffer. So that's another thing. And Trevor completely carry Packy. Yes, he did carry Packy. Yeah, that kid's really good. So we hope we can pull up some video of him throwing some shots. I can't talk today. The day he's with us. Well, maybe one of you guys have heard of Justin Knowles. Yep, I know who Justin Knowles is. Justin Knowles is a good player too. I believe he's two-handed, right? Yeah, help me out.
Yeah,
I thought so. Storm best ball for dry lane. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know much about the Storm line on the bottom of the backside. What would you say the best Storm dry lane ball is?
Tropical Surge.
There you have it.
Because the Tropical Surges are basically the ride and the joy ride.
Okay. Two-handed. Yeah, that's what I thought. Do you guys prefer IPAs or lagers? Putting your care package together. Sweet. IPAs for sure. For this guy. Lager or IPA? What do you prefer?
I'm more of a fan of IPAs now.
I remember when he hated them. Ice. There you go. Plastic. Oh, goodness. All right. But yeah, that was a little spoiler alert. He'll be on the show with us in 2 weeks because we won't have a show next week because of that. Because of Luke's traveling back from Las Vegas.
Yep. All right.
Where are we going to next?
So I'm about to schedule the videos here for later. The Wolverine Dark Moss review is going up at 8 Central, so like 40 minutes. And then the reality check video is after that. I'm going to be giving away a reality check. So the 900 Global channel only has like 6,500 subs. And so the idea is to get them to 10,000 plus by release day for the check on the Wolverine, which is July 29th. So if we can get the global channel to 10,000, to over 10,000 subs, to 10,000 subs. So 10,000 subs or higher, I'm going to give away a reality check at whatever weight somebody needs.
Ooh, am I eligible?
Yeah. The rules are you have to subscribe to the 900 Global channel, you have to be subscribed to me, and you have to leave me a tip in the comment section of the reality check review, like I normally, put. I talk in the videos like, the super thanks button under the video allows you to leave me a tip. Other than that, whatever else.
Yeah.
So you need to leave me a tip, like, that I can use in a video.
I got it. Throw it better.
Liberty Mutual. Yeah.
Liberty Bibbity.
Yeah. Liberty Bibbity.
I'm going to take this down and move it over here.
Liberty Mutual.
I'm just going to put it up.
Yeah. Customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Stuff like that. So you leave a tip in the comment section on the check review. Subscribe to the global channel. Subscribe to me, and on noon Central on the 29th of July, entries are done. They have to have 10,000 subscribers. I will pick my favorite tip. Has to be PG. It's lower 48 only. I'm not, again, I say in the video, I'm not paying $500 to send a ball to Australia. Sorry.
No I've been
whatever. If you want to pay shipping, and if you can't figure out the rules, I'm sorry. I don't do giveaways generally because people get stupid about giveaways. We also had to talk about the Cool Wig.
We have a Cool Wig giveaway tonight too. Yes.
Yeah, we're going to announce the winners, which people sucked, so there was only 4 people nominated.
There was a couple of good ones though.
If people,
A couple good ones.
The winners are good, but when you give away something and people can nominate themselves, cool. But when you ask them to nominate somebody else, it's crickets.
Yeah.
So we're going to give away 3 jerseys. 4 people got nominated, so everybody's getting jerseys.
Everybody's getting a jersey, but
Yeah.
it's still a surprise.
Yeah, we're going to Oprah this stuff.
We're going to Oprah. You get a jersey. You get a jersey. You get a jersey.
So anyway, I mean, but every single time I organized a huge giveaway 2 years ago. So I was trying to help out some smaller channels because it's very tough and kind of discouraging getting started. Yep. Once you get to 1,000 subscribers, then you can monetize your videos, then it helps, but you don't really start getting the snowball effect until you get to like 2,000 or 3,000 subs. Yeah. Then you kind of check into the algorithm and YouTube starts picking you up and you start going a little bit faster once you get there. So I was trying to help several smaller, I think there was 9 channels involved. At this point, I had 13,000 subs. And so I organized a huge giveaway with 9 different channels. So all that had to happen was each one of these channels had to get to 2,000 subs. And at that point, every single channel when they got there was going to give away a ball. So 9 bowling balls. Yep. And then once they all got there, I was going to give away 3 bowling balls and a triple roller to somebody.
Dang.
And it never happened. There was like 12,000 views on the video, and we couldn't get these channels all to 2,000 subs. And I still kept getting complaints from people. Hey, did you ever? This was just a sham, or you were just whatever else, or are you going to actually give away this? You said you were going to do a giveaway, and you never did it. These channels never got to 2,000 subs.
That was part of the rules.
It was very clear in the rules. And so if you can't figure out how to subscribe to the global channel, if you can't figure out how to subscribe to me, if you can't figure out how to leave a comment on the video, sorry.
You don't deserve to win.
Well, and then everybody's going to complain about, oh gosh, we just leave England out or leave whatever else. If you want to pay shipping, if you want to pay $200 shipping to London, be my guest. It's cheaper to just go buy the ball there.
Actually,
or $500. It's literally $500 to Australia. Shipping a ball to Australia is literally $500. If you want to get on UPS or FedEx and play around and check some stuff out, it was $110 like 3 or 4 years. I shipped a ball to Alaska.
$500?
$500 to ship a ball to Australia. A bowling ball to Australia is $500. I shipped a ball to a guy from Alaska 3 or 4 years ago. It was $120 to ship a ball to Anchorage.
Yikes.
So, if you want a reality check that bad, if you want to pay the shipping, I'll send it anywhere in the world. I'm just not going to pay to do it.
$500.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Get somebody in Alaska to give a ball away.
You better take a loan out. Good.
Get somebody in Canada. I don't know.
Good gosh. Yeah, that's but we do have a Coolwick giveaway to give away as well here.
Yeah. Yeah, we did do a Coolwick thing.
So,
oh, sweet. All right, I can get this stuff scheduled. Heck yeah.
Schedule away. Is that what you're doing now?
Yeah.
Keep scheduling. Do you want to go ahead and do the giveaway now, or do you want to wait till you're done?
Yeah. Well, it's just we
got 30 minutes, so.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. I'll let you. You're the one that initiated the giveaway, so I'm just here so I don't get fined.
So we had this Luis, and this is Luis's idea. We were gonna have Luis on the show tonight, but he couldn't make it, so he's still working, unfortunately. So
what is work?
Yeah, I'm gonna see him in a couple days. Luis is actually bowling nationals with me. He's my doubles partner. So we got Space Cat jerseys. So
never seen those.
All right, cool. We're saving that. So he had a great idea to have people nominate other people who do a lot in the bowling community, unsung heroes, people that work hard, that deserve some kind of a gift or props or whatever. A lot of the jersey giveaways and whatever, guess my score, or just some boring nonsense kind of stuff. That's just whatever else. And so he had an idea. It's like, hey, how about we nominate some people that deserve something rather than some stupid little contest or whatever. And so we just decided to do that indefinitely.
Yep.
We did it a month or two ago, and
Actually, a good interaction on that one. It was decent, right? I thought it was.
Yeah. The first one was actually. Now that she says something here, there we go.
We have an issue.
I'm sitting here like this, and I actually, for the bowler show last night, the mic has several presets where they take audio from the front, the back, side to side, whatever else, and so I forgot to reset it to the side to side so it can hear us. But
$15 from Brandon Outwood.
oh man, look out! What's up? What it is. He's the front runner for the reality check giveaway. I don't give a damn.
No shame in that game.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and finish what you're saying about the jerseys.
Yeah. So the jerseys, we thought it'd be really cool to have people nominate somebody that they thought deserved something.
Yep.
On this last post, I probably didn't do it long enough, but I made a post on Facebook. 4 people got nominated. So I'm just kidding. There was someone from Las Vegas that Luis is going to give a jersey to. Your pick is going to be Drew
Knudsen.
Who the Knudsens?
Drew Knudsen, kudos to him too, because he has big involvement in the youth. He runs a big, giant youth tournament that has been around forever and ever and ever in the Kansas City, Missouri area, Kansas City area in general, not just Kansas City, Missouri. Formerly known as the Greater Midwest, now known as the Heart of America Junior Classic. Mm-hmm. I personally grew up bowling the Heart of America Junior Classic.
Yeah.
And have seen the likes of Brad Miller's, Richie Allen's, Richie Allen. He is known as Richie around there, but it's okay. Because he's actually from Kansas City, Richie is.
Yeah.
Larry Stepp. For those that may know who Larry Stepp is, he's a former touring player himself. Just the list goes on. I'm pretty sure I think Barnes used to come up and bowl him as well. Dylan Burns. We just keep on going. But he's done it forever, and him and his mom actually do it together. His mom, and they have some other supporters behind the scenes. But I've known Drew a long time. He's a really good guy. He genuinely cares about the youth, and I believe he's also doing some high school coaching of some sort. So shout out to you, Drew. I will reach out to you, and we will get you something ordered, buddy. So
heck yeah.
And your picks are?
My picks are going to be Randy Schoenhoffer and Jesse Bauer.
Just Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse is the guy that I always send texts to when it's time to go film a ball video, and so he always takes care of me at Royal Crest Lanes in Lawrence, Kansas. And then Randy Schoenhoffer is a guy from, I can't remember where exactly he's from. He bowls David and Mike stuff quite a bit. But
I don't think he's from Kansas City. I think he's just outside.
Yeah. Something like that. At a premiere.
I thought he said it was from a smaller town. But I could be wrong. I don't remember. But yeah, no, that was a cool one because the write-up that they gave on him for the nomination I thought was definitely nice. So
yeah. Yep. So we're just going to hook everybody up. So thanks for those that nominated some people.
Yeah, thanks for people that actually played.
I'm going to put up a video on YouTube next time to kind of try to get some more people involved here.
Yeah, you and I and Luke could actually do something 3 together.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Popping up a post on Facebook, that's probably half the problem.
Because we could actually record something, the 3 of us, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, last time I did a cool video.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that one yet, go watch the bloopers, the highlight reel.
Yeah.
It was terrible. It was terrible. So yeah, go watch that video. It was how long? That's been about a year ago now, right?
Yeah, because we've been on staff for about a year now.
It's been
August, July.
It's
been about a year. Yeah.
So yeah, they definitely have to watch that video because we were actually talking about like quick ships.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to try and memorize off this little prompter.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't memorize it. It was terrible.
It's so much harder than it seems like it'd be.
I know you're reading it, and then you got to look at the camera and talk to it. And now I see why actors screw up so much.
Yeah.
I get it now. I get it. So yeah, check that one out. That's pretty funny if you want to laugh. It's maybe crazy, but off question. But do you have to be a staff member to do a ball video? No. You do not have to be a staff member to do a ball video.
No, you can do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it.
It's your channel, your content. You do what you want to do.
All right, I've officially got those scheduled. Wolverine Dark Moss review at 8 p.m. Central, which is 30 minutes from right now. And then the reality check review is 15 minutes after that. So those are officially scheduled. Hopefully I didn't screw anything up, but I screwed up the reality check video in the first place. So
Wow, people saying they got notifications for it already.
yeah.
Wow, YouTube actually doing its job.
Heck yeah, I know that's surprising. What if it's like under 2 hours away? YouTube is kind of sketchy on getting notifications out there. So
we can even sign off like 5 minutes early or something if we need to. That way, you're prepped for it, and because I'm sure you're going to chat on there, right?
Yeah, I'm going to chat on there, but we can go right up to 8 o'clock because it'll start notifying people at 7:55, then 8 o'clock, and then there's a countdown for like 2 minutes, and so we got time.
Yeah, we got this.
So
anyway,
nothing showing up in the content feed, so let me fix that. I'll plug my Discord right now. So
go ahead and plug it.
Yep. Doing the Discord thing. There's an automatic content feed that whenever I schedule something on YouTube, it will post it in our content feed automatically. So
sorry, John said, "Well, I only got the notification for the Wolverine." So I'll just say it instead of typing it. Well, YouTube only got half of it right.
Yeah.
YouTube got half of it right. So at least they did something right ish. And there it is in the comments. There's the Discord link.
Yep.
You want to talk bowling all the time, or just talk about anything and really in general.
Yeah, we got
the Discord.
Yeah, especially in the paid side, we got tons and tons of channels. So,
yep.
Talking about these, I'll give you a little synopsis. The Wolverine Dark Moss is the Wolverine. Same ball. It just comes at 4K fast now instead of the 1500 grit polish, and it's a different color.
Yeah.
But it's the same ball. The reality check is very, very different from the altered and the reality. It looks completely different. It's more like a strong RSTX2. But the interesting thing about it doesn't resemble an altered reality at all, besides the fact that it doesn't hook early, which the altered reality, if you miss left or you get it in, there's no prayer. It's such an aggressive, such a sharp ball that it just wants to go nuts.
Yeah.
And so you've got to respect the ball. Now, the reality check gets a whole lot easier length, but it doesn't miss the spot, which is really, really interesting. The altered reality is one that, like Johnny Clark, Dylan Burns, just chuck it right. All you have to do is just chuck it right. It'll come back.
Watch it right, or swing it right, and watch it go left.
But if you get too much hand in it, it's going to go nuts. Now, the reality check it gives you more forgiveness, but James threw it through the spot once, and that's because he absolutely freaking launched it. I mean, it got plenty of length, but it would not miss the spot. And this is pretty much what Luis said. Luis had his video up on Friday.
Yeah. You and I both watched it live.
Yeah. And if you normally watch a lot of his stuff, he can't play further right because at Sam's Town there's a lot of friction. It just, stuff won't get down the lane, so he didn't play right. But he played like straight up 10, the ball got to the pocket, and then he jumped into like 40, swung the entire lane. It didn't hook early, but it didn't miss the spot.
No, it did not.
And it's not a sharp ball. It's pretty smooth. It's really continuous. But it's
still punchy.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, and I say this in the review. It's not smooth, but it's not exactly sharp.
Yeah.
But it does just enough, and I don't. It's kind of hard to explain. But it's James never felt like he could. It's weird to actually throw the ball versus watching it on video.
Yeah. Correct.
He felt like he had to give it plenty of room. He didn't feel like he could throw it through the spot, but you watch the video back, and it's like, that's really pretty smooth and controllable. Yeah. Even for a guy with his rev rate, just gets down there and kind of arcs right back in. So it's kind of it's a really wild look.
It's a good looking ball too. Uh-huh. I do like the colors.
Yeah, both of them look really good. So
that they do. We'll see, and that's the first one at 8 o'clock, right?
YouTube actually did its job on one of them. Yeah, I got in there.
Said they only got it half right.
Well, the YouTube bot actually missed the Wolverine video, but it just popped up the reality check video. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, I just got that notification myself. Yeah. Did you want to talk more about those at all, or do you want to get into maybe just some comments or questions?
Yeah, let's get into some comments and some questions and whatever
I wanted
else.
to make sure you got all that in that you wanted to talk about with that, because you got those premiering. It's not a check mark, but makes a difference. I turn myself. Yeah, that's true. So fire in some questions here for our last. We're looking.
Yep, I need to get through
20-something minutes or so. We'll probably sign off with. There it is. I'll fix it.
Yeah, and I mentioned this earlier, Fred. Like you said, the reality check looks like a shiny phase 2 that's asymmetric. That's exactly what it looks like. Exactly what it looks like.
Really? Okay.
So yeah, it's very. Oh, there you go. What's your arsenal looking like right now? You have brought some of the Moto stuff back out.
I have been busting the Moto stuff back out. I've been throwing the Odyssey a lot, actually. I took some service and put some service on the Odyssey. I actually keep it at 1,000. I put 1,000 on it and it woke that thing up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I throw that quite a bit.
Yeah.
The Odyssey's made it back in the bag. I throw a Power Torque quite a bit now. The Power Torque, now that cover's really broken in, has gotten pretty good. I'm trying to think what else. I haven't been bowling a ton, really. Black Widow Ghost. I do throw the Black Widow 2.0 quite a bit. Dark Code has been going a lot of places with me.
Mm-hmm.
I did throw the Dark Code at Gage over the weekend a little bit. Dark Code almost makes the bag everywhere. But a lot of my Moto stuff has been coming back out, too. Just playing with stuff. I haven't bought anything new, if that's what you're asking. So.
Yeah, as soon as I say that, it's nowhere close. So the traction and blend, the P2 is chewier, it's diggier, and it's smoother, but the shape is very similar. So yeah, if you polished a phase 2 and made it asymmetric, you'd be in that same general zone. But the X2, the RST-X2 is the one that I'm really thinking of. Yeah. It's cleaner and sharper than the reality check, but the shape is identical. So if you made the X2, and I say this in the video, if you made the X2 stronger, like an arrow stronger, more consistent, a little earlier, a little smoother, that's a reality check.
Yeah. Dark Code is so good, but you got to actually, where I really like it, the Dark Code personally, is because to me it's so round and it's still flippy. Don't get me wrong; it still wants to go left.
Mm-hmm.
I like it because with the rounder shape, I can actually stay right and get on top of it more with that ball.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For example, you guys didn't bowl the sweeper for the Thursday night Royal Crest last. You guys were filming for a ball, so you didn't see it.
So we didn't bowl the sweeper.
But I threw it quite a bit.
Yeah, and you had the front 7 or 8 or something.
And it was just and then I 7-10 or something like that. I don't remember, but it looked really, really good. It's a look that I did not try all year.
Yeah.
And when I finally saw that, I'm like, why didn't I do this sooner? So
because you can just kind of point it and it rolls strong, but it kind of blends the back end and
it's not going to get off the spot and just jerk either. Because it's got that rounder shape. I loved it, and it's definitely coming back out for next year. So
yeah. What am I carrying to league now? Infinite Dark Code, Promotion, Cosmos, High Road, Spare Ball. So I am carrying the 2 new ones. I've tried the Cosmos a couple times. It's not a half shot ball for me. It's a little too smooth. So I'm either in the Infinite Physics or the Dark Code.
Yeah.
And then the Promotion has to go. And the Promotion and High Road have to go. They just have to. They're bailout balls. If nothing else is working, one of those 2 will work. But it's been primarily Infinite Physics for weeks now.
If you would have looked at me straight to my face and said, I'm not taking a Promotion Nationals or Florida League or anything, I would be like, what's wrong with you? Are you okay?
That's definitely not going to happen. The
League, I could see it.
Yeah.
But like Nationals, no. Sorry. Go ahead.
Now, the Infinite Physics is very Jackal Ghost-ish. It's like a better Jackal Ghost.
Okay, so no wonder I was interested in it.
Yeah, so the Infinite's ridiculous. How do you compare the Infinite Physics with the Code Red? It's quite a bit stronger than the Code Red. It's kind of a similar shape. I don't know. I can't really say that the Dark Code is like the Code Black, but a whole lot stronger. The Code Red is more of an archy shape. It's just the Infinite is just a different look, and the Infinite's a whole lot stronger than the Code Red anyway. Whole lot stronger. You have a standard layout for symmetric versus asym. For me, for symmetrics, they have to be 4-inch pins. I go 4-inch pin up. So like 4x4x2
is what I do on all symmetric stuff. It doesn't really matter. I've just got to have the ball roll up early and then kind of blend the back in. I've tried the only ball that a 5-inch pin works on for me is an Idle Pro and a Pro Motion, and the Idle Pro is even a little bit too flippy.
Yeah.
The Pro Motion is just so blendy, it works on that, but everything else, High Road, Volt Pearl, Idle Cosmos, everything else has to have a 4-inch pin on it because I can't have a 5-inch pin up is long and flippy. If I go pin down, it raises the RG. I don't need anything that goes further.
Right.
I don't want anything going any longer than it absolutely has to. So 4x4x2 is my standard symmetric layout, and then 4 3/4 by 3.5 by 3.5 is my asymmetric layout, because it kind of blends it kind of splits the difference between pin up and pin down, and it gives me strength, but it doesn't give me too much too early. Like once we get into symmetrics, then if I drill those too strong, then it's just way too much, way too early, and I definitely don't need that. So let's see here. Let's do a fat tire.
Just seen some. I remember. Oh yeah, good one. I remember the reception on the release for the Darko wasn't that great. People seem to be coming around to it. Yeah, it's now that people give it more of a chance. It's pretty good.
Yeah, because
I was skeptical at first.
It's so strong and it's so early that I think that's what people had angle issues with it. They expected it to be a code black, which it is, but it's a whole lot stronger than the code black. So people, it's one of those things that some of those stronger covers fake people out.
Oh yeah, then that makes sense. I was shocked that it did what it did when I was able to move right with it. Because I thought, even though, like I said, it's still round, but it's still strong. That cover is that it was going to allow me to just get on top of it like that, and I didn't have to move.
Yeah,
and I haven't changed the surface on it at all.
That's the thing; it's earlier and it's early and it's kind of blendy, so it gives you that strong look, but that stronger cover blends the lane both side to side and front to back better.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So
it's been pretty much going with me everywhere. So. And I'm not bowling a ton right now, so it's I think the last ball I drilled a Paragon, and that's been Springfield time frame. Which
the Paragon's pretty good.
Should talk. Yeah, I like it. I need to keep surface on it though. I've noticed when it lane shines, it gets kind of pukey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the reality's like that, but
that's something interesting that Stu Williams brought up when I was on the Beef and Barnsey show a couple weeks ago. That's something that I understood, but I didn't really talk about much. Like the Nova is the same way. If you keep surface on it, it's really strong, but as soon as it shines up, it just doesn't do anything.
No, it like wiggles and then 60 feet.
Yeah, and some ball, and as soon as he said that, it was like a light bulb moment. It's like, oh yeah, I just hadn't paid enough attention to that, because my Nova did the same thing. It was great out of the box, and it shined up, and I could never get it to hook, and I'm like, whatever. But some balls are like that. Some balls you shine up and they just get longer and stronger, and some balls shine up and they just turn into marbles.
That's what the Paragon did. If I did not keep the surface on it, it would 100%. I can't talk tonight. Just literally wiggle down lane, like it'll see quick and then it'll stop and just go.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, maybe this ball's just a turd. So then I go, I'm gonna put some more surface back on it. I don't remember what I put. I think I put it 2,000 or something, just to see what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, woke it back up again. Like, okay, now that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. But a Nova is one that it intrigues me. I wouldn't mind a drill Nova.
I'm actually got another one of those on the way. They're not gonna. I wanted that and another pitch black for nationals. Yeah. They're not going to get here in time, but it's not going to matter. I'm going to drill another one anyway, because I think I got rid of mine too early, and some balls just get lost in the shuffle. You're sitting here looking at, what do we got, 150 balls just sitting right here staring at us.
Yeah.
Sometimes stuff gets lost in the shuffle, and that one was one that I keep seeing. Angel keeps using hers. Nova and High Road are the two first balls in her bag. Her first bag is set. It's Nova High Road plastic, and then she fills in from there, because those absolutely have to go.
That's the other one that I carry. I carry a High Road around.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
Even though you probably don't use the High Road a lot,
no,
it's a security blanket.
Yes, 100%. The Infinite for me really intrigues me. That's one that I've thought about getting. I haven't bought anything, and I'm not bowling a ton right now. It'd be something I grab right before we get started back up with leagues again. Which in about a month.
Yeah.
But it really intrigued me because I think just seeing shape wise of that, I think I'd really like that because I want to put holes in something that would allow me to get the look that I used to have at Royal Crest back again.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I lost that.
Royal Crest. Well, Royal Crest has been hard.
Well, when I took the surface when we bowled the marathon in Lincoln, when I added the surface to that, I didn't throw the Black Widow 2.0 a ton, but when still had enough of that surface left over when we came back to Royal Crest for that first night of league or whatever.
Yeah, and
it looked like the Ghost did when I was throwing it because I could not miss with the Ghost in that place. I mean, what was I averaging 230 plus last summer?
Yeah.
At one point in time, I was averaging 240.
Well, and then you shot 720 was like your lowest set the first 5 or 6 weeks of league.
I know, and then
Royal Crested.
Yeah,
it got tough.
Yeah, I used to be decent.
I used to be decent too.
Now I'm just garbage.
With the Wolverine Dark Moss being basically a re-release of the Wolverine, do you think the Fate might be really close to the trend too? Yeah, we don't have any info yet. They didn't even have any information at Bowl Expo. They had the ball there.
That's the blue one, right?
From watching Belmo throw it, it looks like a stronger Wolverine. So I'm thinking like R3S because the Spectre, I think, took a lot of people by surprise. So I'm thinking the Fate might actually be NRG Pearl rather than NRG Hybrid, which was on the trend. I would think that they would use that piston LD core again.
Yeah,
because the trend too was really good. That's a very, very unfortunate one. It didn't work out for me personally, but I saw the potential. I saw it's a very, very good tool. It's not one that's it's not one that everybody's going to be able to just like a high road that's very incredibly user friendly. Or a Zen that you got all kinds of misroom with and whatever else. The trend 2 was better. The better you were, the better the ball was. And so again, I wished I could have used it more, but very, very good ball. But the Fate looks a whole lot rounder than the trend 2. And so I'm interested to see what the details actually are on it. I think it's going to be somewhat of a strong cover, but it might be R3S Pearl, NRG Pearl, something kind of in that zone.
Is it a Belmo ball?
So yeah, it's another Belmo ball.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I wish I could get my promotion to work for me. It takes some time. That's one of those that's very odd. It's very unique. It will fake you out. You need to just drill one, bowl with it for 50 games, let it lane shine, and then use it like you would use urethane, and it's ridiculous. That's what I threw in that Starlight all day on Saturday. All day long. Yeah. Just watch it 10 to 5.
On wood, that doesn't shock
10 to 5 on wood all day long. Looked really good.
What is their house shot like out there?
It was weird because it's wood, so it felt like Broken Arrow at Tulsa.
Was a house shot, right?
Yeah, it was a house shot, but it felt exact. Well, I guess it wasn't exactly like that because Trevor and I couldn't find anything at Broken Arrow for Tulsa when you shot 770 this last time.
Oh yeah, that place I like that.
So if you got it out early, it would go nuts. Yeah. But if you got it out a little bit later, it'd just hang and never do anything. And so I ended up playing just 10 to 5, just kind of walking it down and in. But it was very dry up front. It felt like the pattern got wider the further it went down.
I even thought they were weird.
Yeah.
And I bowled well. I just made shots all day. It was one of those days where I just made shots. But I thought that personally that they played really weird too because I didn't think I was going to be throwing a pin down Jackal Ghost.
Yeah.
But because literally all I threw that day was a pin down Jackal Ghost and a recoil. I think is all I threw. So because. And Andy B's is the place that just freaking hooks and hooks and hooks, is it not?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it just hooks
and
off
has
the planet.
Most expensive drinks in the world.
Yeah, Broken Arrow was weird because it was dry early and to the right, but the further you got down the lane, the wetter it got, and the wider the pattern got. So you really had to keep your angles closed.
Yeah.
And Trevor and I just had nothing because we'd play out, the ball would just duck hook off our hands, but as soon as we got in and gave it a little bit of angle, it just kind of spin and bail out.
don't remember what you were throwing, though.
I was throwing a hustle camo from 4th arrow by the time we got to the end of the day. I finally found a look with it, but I was playing 4th arrow with a hustle camo.
I don't remember what
Trevor
was
shot 230 or 240.
Was he throwing surface or shine?
It was shine.
It was shine.
I can't remember what he was throwing, but yeah, he wasn't having. We weren't having any fun. It just was.
It didn't look fun. You didn't have fun the day before either. Either of you did.
No, I think I shot 570 or 580 in team. He shot 650, 660.
I was bowling good until the last game of team when that pair just absolutely blew up, and I think I ran into Dylan quite a bit.
Yeah,
on that. Andy B puts pine tar approaches. They were tacky, but they weren't that terrible. I didn't think. But yeah, the year before they were absolutely horrible. Luke doesn't know anything about that though. He plants.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about approaches anymore. It's amazing. I don't have a Nova the military tourney next month. Storm is offering the Nova and IQ Tour Solid. The Nova, I was actually talking to James about this when we were filming the other night. The Nova was a bunch of buzz when it came out because Nova's a cool name. It's green and pink and whatever else. It's just a very visually eye-catching ball. And then it came out, and then all of a sudden nobody cared. But it's very, very good. It's very quietly, but it's very quietly very good. And so that's why I've got another one on the way. And I am going to, even though I'm not going to have it for nationals, I am going to go ahead and drill it.
Didn't it come out? I may be wrong. I'm just I can't remember the timing. But didn't it come out right around the time of the ban, all the ban crap?
Yeah. Well, what happened was the Nova and the Spectre came out at the same time. They were announced right before the altered, like 3 days before the Altered Reality and Wolverine came out. They announced the Nova and the Spectre. And then a week before the Nova and the Spectre came out, they announced the Phase 4.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So they just, I don't know what the marketing team's doing or whoever is at fault for it, but you just can't do that. Sorry.
No, because you're going to, especially when you bring out the Phase name, you're going to bring out the Phase name. What do you think everybody's going to want to buy?
Yeah, all of a sudden everybody that have something pre-ordered or whatever else, or you have something like an Altered Reality and a Wolverine coming out. It's like, oh yeah, we're going to announce a Nova and a Spectre 2 days before those balls come out.
Yeah.
So you're just going to kill those sales. And then Nova and Spectre, everybody was already paying more attention to the Nova than the Spectre. And the Spectre is kind of in Phase 4 territory. They announced the Phase 4 a week before those balls come out. Yep. So all of a sudden, pre-orders for Spectres get canceled all over the place.
Yep.
I think Classic had like 500 of them or something. So they're all geared up for big sales. And Phase 4, let's forget the Spectre. Nobody cares about that ball anymore.
Yeah, I thought that was around the timing of that, maybe just a little before it. But do you think that affected it at all?
What was that?
The Nova timing, because it came out with the Spectre. So
yeah,
just didn't know if you thought that maybe that might have affected that at all with the whole thing going on.
I think it affected the Spectre more than the Nova, but the Phase 4 definitely affected both of them.
That just killed it.
Because as soon as somebody heard Phase, then it's just like, okay,
whatever.
Screw that Nova. I don't even care. Don't even care about any of this stuff. We're just going to buy a Phase.
I think the Nova looks good. The dark code's kind of like that too. People never really were interested in it, and now it's starting to pick up steam again. So, it helps that a lot of the shiny stuff.
I'm gonna take the promotion here. Yeah, Luke, your half dead promotion. Yeah, it's not the first one I drilled up lefty, but it's the second one that I drilled identical to the first one. But yeah, I don't do anything with it. I just throw it. I let it lane shine. I just let it get beat up, whatever else. And for some reason, promotions, if you just treat them like crap, you treat them like crap, and they end up working out perfectly. So yeah, I just walked it down the corner. It was just like 10-5 all day long.
Yeah. Okay, that's money then.
So yeah, it looked great.
5-minute warning.
Yeah. All right, let's check out.
So we can sign off, but we need
an all Angel video of all the Belmont. Yes, we are going to make that happen at some point because Angel has a brand new timeless. She has a brand new drive. We have all kinds of promotions. She's got a trend, 2. She's got some of the Belmo spare balls. So the
drive was the bad one, wasn't it?
Yeah. The timeless was the bad one too. It looked really good for Angel though. So yeah, we are going to do a Belmo ball review at some point.
That'd be cool.
So Hyped Hybrid. Hyped Hybrid's amazing. I've been talking to James about this. The Hype Hybrid is also incredibly, ridiculously very slept on. Very, very slept on. I would give that one a shot. It acts a lot like the Wrecker or the Punch Out, MVP Pearl. It's really chuggy and arky and whatever else. It's interesting. So yeah, everybody. That's what we were talking about. Everybody forgot about the Nova. Everybody got all excited for it. The stuff happened. Several of these balls got banned. Everybody was all excited about it at first, but then nobody's paying attention to the Nova anymore.
Yep.
And I don't know why, because it's crazy, crazy good. Very, very rarely anymore do I drill more than one of something. Even if I really like it, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I'm going to drill a ton of these balls. I want to get these, and then all of a sudden it's kind of, this comes out, and then this comes out. It's what it just kind of, forget it or whatever.
I'm the same way.
So the Nova is different, though. That I'm definitely drilling another one of those. You think there will be a Phase 5? Oh, yeah. I mean, all they have to do is put Phase on a ball, especially with the Phase 4. It came out, sold like crazy, and then they had to discontinue it. There's definitely going to be a Phase 5.
It could be a giant turd and people still buy it.
Yeah, if it says Phase on it, whatever. Yeah. The Insight also got lost, but I think it's because of the way that the Insight looked.
It looked like the Baller.
Yeah, it just optics were bad. So, all right, we are getting down to crunch time. So what we're going to do, we're going to go on ahead and sign off here. Thanks everybody for watching. We're going to watch it. We're going to watch some premieres here. We'll all hang out for another couple minutes until we get close to it, but.
I'm going to take my butt home. Broncos suck. You suck. Don't at me like that.
Right. So, yeah, I'm going to go on ahead and.
James, I agree with you on that. I was getting ready to say
this.
No
I just put the link in there for the Wolverine Dark Moss. It's going to be premiering here in a couple minutes, so that's what that link is. So, go ahead and click on that. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We did have quite a few people here. We had some good times. We will not have a show next week because I'll be driving back from Vegas, but the following week we will be on the 25th, I think. So yes, the 11th.
Yep, with Trevor Baumgartner.
And we will have Trevor. Hopefully we've got something to talk about from Nationals. Hopefully we have some kind of success. I would imagine that Trevor would have some kind of something.
He'll have something to say.
I'd be surprised if Trevor goes out there and shoots like 1850 or 1900. I'm betting he's more in the 2050, 2100, possibly having a huge set in some event. I just don't see any way that Trevor gets out of there and doesn't make a whole bunch of money and make some kind of noise.
I agree, 100%. You got 1 minute. Let's sign off.
Yep. All right.
Thanks everybody.
Yep, we appreciate it. Follow my link. I put it in the chat. We're going to go to the Wolverine Dark Moss review, and then after that, it's going to be the reality check review. Really appreciate everybody. Thanks. We'll see you in a couple weeks.